Alrighty, and welcome back to the Unheard Scene. So we're going to do something a little bit different than we thought we would. We thought we would have somebody to interview us. But what we're going to do is we're going to tell you a little bit about the show for those of you who might be new, who might be seeing this for the first time ever. We took a little bit of a hiatus because we got upset because we tried to do a TV show and it didn't work. However, what we've done is we've been on internet radio. We've done live TV shows. We've done live internet shows where people could show up and watch,
and podcasts.
and podcasts. And we've kind of been all over, and we've made a lot of good friends. And the reason after all this hiatus that we're coming back is we've had a lot of friends that have asked us, "Why'd you stop? Why can't you do this more?"
Well, my answer to that was it was a lot of work.
It was truly a lot of work.
And we had to be at the shows. We had to go and watch the bands play. We didn't have to, but we wanted to. And that's what made our show different from a lot of the other shows. We need to be there. We want to be there. We want to promote the music that we are supporting, that we are playing on our show. But it became a lot of work.
We physically want to know these bands. I mean, we've gotten to know some pretty well. Some have maintained friendships with us. Some we've seen very seldom, but we want to know
Still
as
friends.
much as we can about these bands and people. And there's more to music than just music. There's life too. There's stories. We've heard some of the weirdest, craziest stories probably ever.
We can get into that later.
We've interviewed bands as far as the tour drummer from Boston to one of my favorites, Green Jelly, to Red Sun Rising, to your neighborhood corner band.
We've interviewed my favorite. At the time, they were called Strange Familiar. And they have one of my favorite songs. We'll play that later.
But the idea is to let you know that the record labels don't decide what you listen to, you do.
And we are here to help you play your music and let it be heard.
So what we're going to do is we're going to start out right now with that song Matt was telling you about from Strange Familiar, Being Me, right here on the Unheard Scene.
I'm not a tough girl, never been much of a rough girl. I don't like to be mean, guess that's a Midwestern theme. Don't have a single tattoo, always got straight A's in school. And yeah, I sing in the choir, never made a good liar. And I've been turned down by every big wig in town, but I'm not one to quit. The story ain't over yet. I'll never melt it like Janis Joplin, and I'll never kiss Katy Perry. I may never sing a duet with Gaga, and I'll never be as cool as the Black Keys. I can be something I'm not, but I'm just fine being me. I grew up listening to Better, and it don't get much better, man. I wish it could be 1993. I'll never fly like a G6. I don't want to be too rich, be a billionaire. I guess I don't really care about being up in the club. I'd rather hang in a pub where everyone knows my name. I guess that's lame. I'll never melt it like Janis Joplin, and I'll never kiss Katy Perry. music. What happens to meaning? Something more than money, sex, and controversy. I can be something I'm not, but I'm just fine being me.
So that was I'm Being Me by Strange Familiar. They are no longer being Strange Familiar, but that was one of the songs that came out of that show that we did in the past. That is one of my absolute favorite songs ever. They are now
They're now called Mercy Divine. They are a Christian band, Catholic band. And we're going to work on getting permission to try to get them on the show because their music is spectacular. I don't know what it is. I guess it's probably the reason they got married that Kira and Jeff work so well together making music.
I don't know, but their voice, her voice, and that music that they put out, I can't imagine what it sounds like now. It's got to sound good.
I've heard it many times. But one of the reasons we started this show is because of our uncle. Our uncle used to be in a local Cleveland band that I have been told by a lot of friends that remember um, Rapscallion.
I have had people that I have been associated with along my normal day job that I have mentioned it, the name Rapscallion, and they're like, "Oh, I said, yeah, that was my uncle." I'm like, "Wow."
The problem is the same problem then. We have all this social media and everything in this world, but unless somebody helps promote you, music doesn't go anywhere.
And without it going anywhere, it doesn't happen. Nobody gets hurt. So we are trying. Again, send your music to us at Unheardscene, SCENE, at gmail.com. Send an MP3 version if you can, and we will try to play you.
There have been many versions of this show. We're proud. We've done anywhere from internet radio to a podcast to a live show where we played music people could come out and see. We've been proud to have ran many concerts. We've been called by several different names, some good, some not so good. We've made many new friends, many old friends that we still talk with. But of all the people involved in this show, we're going to call it the Big Three. Our good friend Tony Mazer, who was on with us on the internet side of things, is still around. But the Big Three right now is me, Matt, and Rick Morris. And Matt is my brother, if you didn't know. And Rick Morris is a good friend of ours.
I'm going to call him my brother.
He is going to be the producer for this show. He's going to help us as much as he can. He listens to me when I talk his ear off for 6 or 7 hours a day about this show.
And he listens to me. And he doesn't tell each other that we're talking to each other about this show.
Yeah, we've talked and had conversations.
But when we go back to where we were, let's play a song. Let's play a Rapscallion.
Rapscallion is a Cleveland band, local Cleveland band from the 80s.
They are no longer together, unfortunately.
They are no longer together. They are now known as 6 of 1, which we played on our first show. Well, a member from Rapscallion is 6 of 1. You will hear it on this show, we promise you. So we're going to go ahead and play Anytime by Rapscallion right here on the Unheard Scene. Anytime you want to send music, unheardscene@gmail.com. Send us music too now. We'll play it.
Okay. that was okay. Cheesy.
I told him I want to start this segment off cheesy. And he said, I want to know what you're going to do. And I said, nope, you're going to hear it with everybody else.
So I do like it, but so that song that you just heard was by Rapscallion, who was basically the inspiration for the Unheard scene. Even back then, you had no chance of getting your music played. Now it's a lot easier, a little bit, but
Well, it's a lot easier to get your music out there. That's the problem. Anybody can get their
But
music
to get
out there, but
heard.
you got to get heard.
So we have been a lot of different places. We have interviewed a lot of different people. And I want to bring up a question that, okay, I have a day job. And I want to bring up that I'm sorry that I was not a part of it. Anthony,
Sir.
the mastermind of the show,
Yeah.
got to interview the guy that found Metallica.
Along with our good friend Tony Mason.
How did that go?
That was a lot of fun. He was very humble. Told us he's still always looking for new music. As a matter of fact, Tony Mazer saw him drinking with him about a month ago.
Really?
And he was telling him that we're bringing the Unheard scene back, and he said, "Well, keep me in the loop." Brian Schlegel's a great dude. He's not even the only one we've interviewed. You were with me the day we interviewed Jim Kelly from Island Def Jam Records at the House of Blues.
Yeah.
You know, we have record labels that listen. We have record labels that care. But you know, it's not even all about the record label as much as they probably are listening now, because I've emailed several of them and told them we're back. It's about the listener, the audience, the music.
When we get the music, we put it out. People get to listen. That's what it's all about.
We just want to make it easier for everybody. We're genre free. You'll notice that we'll play anything you want to hear. You can even send us, if you're a listener and are not a musician, don't hesitate, if you like a band, to tell them to get on the show. Unheardscene, UNHEARDSCENE @gmail.com.
We just want to try to help. We want to play music and see what we can do.
Yep. And right now, I think we're going to go into some really heavy metal.
Heavy.
Little bit of fun. This is one of them bands that you're going to like this song if you've never heard it. These guys were fantastic. Found out that they're friends of our cousins later on in life. But this is Yellow and Red by Sister Cuff. Listen to the words of this song, because into my head and it's driving me crazy.
Into my head.
All right, y'all, that was Fast Chester. You want to know how I know it was fast?
Huh?
Since it's fast. That was Real Bitch by Fast Chester. That's another song that had a lot of deep meaning for us through the years. We truly won't get into why, but
No.
it's personal.
Past is the past. Future's coming up.
Me and
Unheardscene.
me and Matt will always in our lives find meaning in music. That will be a song forever that we've played 1,000 times over. But I do want to mention again, if you want to send music, Unheardscene, UNHEARDSCENE at gmail.com. Send me an MP3. We'll be more than happy to play it. If you want to be interviewed, let us know that too. I do all the technical side. Matt's going to do all the booking and interviews.
I'm the one that has to do the, hi, I'm Matt. But
Well, you are good at it. This is the guy that we could go into a hotel with, and by the time we leave that hotel, he'll know everybody in it.
let's just say I get good service at the hotel. And
Let
I'm
me-
not talking about, never mind.
Let me just tell a quick personal story. The one time Matt and I were down in Richmond, Virginia, and we went to a NASCAR race, and we went to walk to a car show. And
It was only a block away.
I swore it was only a block away. Turns out this thing was like 2 miles away.
And we're walking.
In 90-degree heat. And somebody he had met at the hotel picked us up and drove us back so that I didn't die.
Thank you.
So, sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't.
So when you meet new people, just say hi. But yes, again, we do need new music. Our show will not be anything without new music.
So what we're going to do is we're going to start talking about new friends. We're some old friends, some great friends, don't get me wrong, but I want to introduce a new friend. And this is kind of a sillier song, but he's become a pretty good friend. I like the guy. I've met him, and I'm going to tell you he's a disciple of Bill Manspeaker from Green Jello.
Okay.
Because Bill Manspeaker, the reason I like Bill Manspeaker is the man is still doing it his way. After all these years.
Wasn't Green Jello the one that came out with the... Okay, wait. We got to say Green Jelly?
Yeah, there's legal stuff.
Legal stuff. So, Green Jelly, they're the ones that came out with the costumes, and you interviewed...
Little pig, let me in.
And, oh man, that was a heck of a show.
But Bill's still doing it his way, and you got to give him credit. And he's very humbled. We met him actually this year at a concert again, because we've known him before. We've talked to him many times. I've interviewed him, and we've met him many times. And we talked to him after a show, and he's funny because he's still so humble.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, thank you, bless you, thank you.
It makes me crazy to listen to these people that are actually big time famous and cheer for us, cheer for us, cheer for us. No, but when you hear somebody, thank you for listening to us, that makes a big difference.
He was so blessed that we came to his show, and the man's made more money than I'll ever see. Doing his stuff. He made billions off a little pig. I wouldn't say billions, maybe millions.
He made enough that he ain't got to work no more.
But Fender Stacks, Psycho Gecko. The dude's got like 30 different names.
What was his new one? The one that you're going to play?
California Sucks. Now California sucks.
Hey Fender, this is Jelliot. I heard you're moving out of California. Just wanted to know why.
Oh yeah! Rock and roll! Well, I moved out west to enjoy the sun. But after a few years, it's really no fun. Fake, and we pay the most rent. We're traffic stinks, almost sleep in the street. This is old news, my guy. California always sucked.
Cut and print. I'm done.
California sucks!
Came right before the rain, shining light on the same old game. Another chance that blew on by. The song I'm singing doesn't fit just right from the wasted days waiting on red lights. But there's no telling where I'm bound. 'Cause I'm a lone soul in a new pair of shoes, and I'm walking these streets trying to kill my blues. Well, I'm a long way off from next to you. I'm just a worn down soul in a new pair of shoes. In a new pair of shoes. Oh, in a new pair of shoes. I made my bed and that's where I lay, 'cause I've got very little left to say. Standing still as the room spins round and round. I count my blessings and collect my thoughts as I'm looking back on the lies I bought. And being lonely's never felt so good. 'Cause I'm a lone soul in a new pair of shoes, and I'm walking these streets trying to kill my blues. Well, I'm a long way off from next to you. I'm just a worn down soul in a new pair of shoes. Oh, in a new pair of shoes. Oh, in a new pair of shoes. All these regrets here on my sleeve, one for every time I made you leave. 'Cause I'm an old soul in a new pair of shoes, and I'm walking these streets trying to kill my blues. Well, I'm a long way off from next to you. I'm just a worn down soul in a new pair of shoes. 'Cause I'm an old soul in a new pair of shoes, and I'm walking these streets trying to kill my blues. Well, I'm a long way off from next to you. I'm just a worn down soul in a new pair of shoes. 'Cause I'm an old soul in a new pair of shoes, and I'm walking these streets trying to kill my blues. Well, I'm a long way off from next to you. I'm just a worn down soul in a new pair of shoes. Oh, new pair of shoes. New pair of shoes.
Okay, so that was one of my faves. Old Soul, New Shoes by Ryan Hubbard.
I actually really like that song. It's got a really nice swing to it.
It's got a good beat. Ryan Hubbard, seen him many times, met him many times. Actually has his own radio show, kind of doing the same thing we do. But you know what? God bless them, because it's what it's all about, is learning who people are and what they do and the
And
music.
and God bless anybody that wants to try to get the music out there.
But I played that in this episode because I want to give him a shout out. I guess I should say a shootout.
A shootout.
Because Ryan Humbert's now in a new band called the Shootouts. And if you get a chance, check them out. They actually played at the Grand Ole Opry. A small band from Akron played at the Grand Ole Opry on a Friday night.
So there is a chance, Everybody's got a chance. Just when you get hurt.
You got to be heard. You got to understand. You got to listen. You got to work it. We know lots of bands that have worked it. We've dealt with Red Sun Rising. Red Sun Rising told us their story. It's actually still on the YouTube if you listen.
Yeah. If you go on YouTube, you could find a lot of the past of the Unheard scene. When, okay, like I said, I still have my day job. And I told the guy the name of the show was the Unheard scene. He says, somebody 11 years ago tried to use the same name. Duh.
Yeah, we're getting told about our own show by different people. But, it's funny, though, that Red Sun Rising told us in that interview how hard they worked and how many times they slept in a van and how many times they cuddled in bed together just to get through the night, just to get through. They finally had the #1 rock song in the country.
So we do try to help, and we do and that's how we come up with our favorite question of our show. So those of you that want interviewed, you will get asked the most embarrassing point of being in your band, whether on stage or off, the most embarrassing point. So remember that. It's a fun question. It's all meant in fun.
We've had bands in that question tell us anywhere from Gravy from Mushroomhead told us about standing on a 50-gallon drum of water and the thing cracked and he fell through.
Yeah.
So,
and all his electrical equipment and his favorite guitar that he's holding in his hand. Yeah, that's not good.
So we've heard it, we've seen it.
But we like to try to keep our show as casual, as comfortable as a conversation instead of an interview. I don't want our show to be, hey, what was the name of your band? Okay, check. Okay, how long did it take you to come up with this song? Okay, question, check. Okay, I want to listen to what you have to say about your band and treat you like you should be treated to get heard.
I want to have an hour-long conversation with a friend.
Not an interview.
Because nothing good has ever come from just a straight interview. You talk to a friend, you learn about a friend, you love your friends, you deal with your friends.
And when you actually listen to people and what they say, like the one question, like I said, the question that will always come up, most embarrassing moments. One ended up coming up, they said, okay, this was an afterthought. They said, can I ask you a question? It wasn't even after they answered the most embarrassing question. They asked me a question. I said, go for it. They said, I want to know your take on squirrels. Like them, love them, or hate them. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was funny because before Matt answered the question after a lot of laughing, he said the reason I asked the question is because our rock star lead singer was eating a Subway sandwich and had nuts thrown at her by a squirrel.
She was laying out in a bikini, sunbathing.
So, it's funny because it was perfect that you bring that up because it's a perfect segue to the next song, which is Not a Lie by Everything After and Dana Andrews, who was on Rockstar Supernova with Jason Newsted, Gilby Clarke, and Tommy Lee. And the host was Dave Navarro.
to try to make it mine, and I'm your life. But you cannot control me. Hey, you're taking away the self I define, and you're changing it over and over. You can't deny I'm not your mistake. So say what you like. I'm done forgiving you over and over. I'm not alive.
So this whole time we've talked about old friends and new friends. That was The Chosen by Adrenaline. That song shocked me because I really thought by now that would have been this huge arena rock song everywhere that you hear.
You.
Instead of We Will Rock You, it's We Are the Chosen. I mean, what sports team wouldn't want to come out of the tunnel to that song?
That would have been awesome to come out of the tunnel to listen to that.
Right. You come out and you hear your team telling you, We are the chosen. But it's it's a great song, and I still jam to it. Every song that we've played on this show today, we still jam to. Including this one that's coming up, which are new friends of ours. And Matt actually recently talked to Chris Redburn to get this on the show, and he was excited about it.
We will talk about the past. We will continue to talk about the past.
We will never forget our past.
We will never forget our past. We will never forget the music that was played on our show in the past. However, we really, 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 can I emphasize, really invite people to send their music to Unheardscene. That's UNHEARDSCENE @gmail.com. An MP3 version, please. Any style of music will do.
Rock, rap, country, polka, metal.
We play it all.
Anything.
And to be honest, just because it's not a format or a genre that we are very interested in, doesn't mean it won't sell.
This isn't about what we like. We have played many, many, many songs, and you'll hear them from our past that we actually don't care for, but they're good quality songs, and you might.
If you like it, we'll play it.
So this next group that we're going to play, we're going to end the show out with
New friends.
New friends. We met them in Michigan. Actually had a good time with the one lead singer. No, sorry, the backup singer. The lead singer would be Chris Redburn. Great guy. Talked to him for about 10 minutes, but I actually hung out and partied with the backup singer. He was taking pictures of me because he was shocked that I came from Akron to Michigan to see the show. They played a great show up there with State of Mind and Ava Under Fire. It was just a fantastic, phenomenal experience.
Wonderful show.
And if you get a chance to see Redburn anywhere,
please do.
Please do. Yeah, they're touring, and they are fantastic.
They were just in Massillon, Ohio, from what I hear.
No, they were in Mansfield, Ohio.
Mansfield. Okay.
But they were one of those. They're one of those bands that you don't expect them to be great because they're just opening a show. But on that bill, every band on that bill was great. Every band on that bill is a headliner. And they popped out, and me, Matt, and Tony were there watching the show, and we just looked at each other and went, what the heck? These guys are really good. So check it out. Here they are with the song that is their single now. It's called Hell No. And so we're just going to leave you after this song. And what I want to tell you is our new tagline. Without music, life just sucks.
Turn your back on your ceiling. You turn from victim to villain. It take 1 million to kill me, to manipulate feelings. You can't face that I'm winning, perfecting all the
drilling. You wishing I was the feeling. You can't replace what you feeling. You can't clean up when I'm spilling. What a mess in the making. That Sunday dress that you faking. Shackling out when you're waking naked. You ain't never gonna break me down, hell no. And you will never take me off this road. And you can never reach inside my soul. Hell no. I'm on a whole nother level. Punch a hater in his face. I'm a cocky born rebel. Sack City, Mittens State. To all my exes in this town and the ones who left this state. Hey, you'll never bring me down and he'll never take my place. Let's take it back to when you knew I wasn't worth any cash. When I was tackling gas between my life and my past. When I was battling fast while you were racing the track. You went from plastic to elastic, stretched your tooth when I asked. And all these haters, mad because they nameless. I'm ageless, still rocking out these stages. I made this outrageous, I'm shameless. Take me back to when I wasn't famous. I grind until they paid me, the envy gets contagious. Back on my hustle, we're on my enemy's side. And yeah, I'm back with some muscle, I'll be dead till murder side. Now I'm a legend alive, through all the struggle survived. I punch a hater